So question, is season 4 out yet? Maybe. Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel once again. I am Robert Storms. As always, if you're finding me for the very first time, please be sure to click that like and subscribe button. So, Cobra Kai Season 3 hit Netflix on Friday. One thing bad about the binging format is that you get through the show in like a day. I stayed up till 4:30 in the morning, binged the whole thing. Fantastic. We talked about it on Storms Live. Now I'm going to kind of give you my personal opinion on Season 3 of Cobra Kai. This was something I was very much looking forward to. I'm not one of those people that came into Cobra Kai like 4 years too late when it came on Netflix. Like, I watched that shit when it was on YouTube Red and YouTube Premium. Like, I am a massive Karate Kid fan. So when I heard of Cobra Kai, I was like, oh yeah, I'm there. I don't care what platform it's on. A lot of people are now just catching on because it's on Netflix, which I think is better being on Netflix. You can see how this season was more mature. They used more profanity. It was way more darker than it was on YouTube Red and YouTube Premium. This season, I feel like the trailers kind of gave us a bait and switch. Now, if you haven't seen the season, obviously I'm going to have some spoilers in this thing. So if you haven't seen it, go watch it, then come back. I feel like the trailers did a bait and switch, where the trailers, it made it sound like Johnny and Daniel were going to team up to take on Kreese. That happens, but it doesn't happen to the final like 5-10 minutes of the season. This season was basically the fallout of the school riot, and how these characters are dealing with that, and how these senseis, whether it be Daniel, Johnny, and Kreese, how they're trying to take responsibility, how the town and the school is against karate. They want to cancel the All Valley tournament, and it was about these characters trying to come to terms with it. Sam is dealing from PTSD, and I love what they did with this season. There's a couple characters that I don't understand what the motive was. For one, Tori. I'm a big fan of Tori in this show. I think she's gorgeous. I think she's a badass. But the first 3 episodes, they made you feel sorry for her. Like, her mom is dying of cancer. She's taking care of her brother. She's trying to hold 2 jobs. Meanwhile, her landlord is like blackmailing her for sex in order to pay rent. And you kind of feel bad for her. And then she goes around and she's like vandalizing stuff, kicking people's ass, bullying people. So like, am I supposed to feel sorry for her, or am I supposed to root against her? She's gorgeous, but unfortunately, I don't understand what where the character arcs are going with her. Like you want me to feel one thing for her, but yet you show that she is a bully. That's who she is. There is like real no good to her. She is so bad. Like her home life is so bad that she takes it on the wrong people. Meanwhile, you get someone like Hawk, who had a great character arc from this season, where he is starting to question the things that Kreese is doing. And by the end, I think Hawk had one of the best fist pump moments, to where he sees his friend Demetrius in trouble, and he runs in, and he has like the biggest fist pump moment, where he just ninja kicks the shit out of 2 of the Cobra Kai and just switches side. And we see where he was struggling with that, where he broke his friend's arm in the beginning of the season, where he didn't really want to, but he was kind of goaded into, just to kind of show that he wasn't soft. Then we kind of get flashbacks with Kreese. We get a lot more with Kreese's story. That's fine, I get it. I wasn't a big fan of the flashbacks, but they didn't overtake the show. Johnny and Daniel's trying to deal with the aftermath of this. Johnny is trying to coach Miguel back. I love how it wasn't just like 3 episodes later, Miguel's kicking ass again. It was like, no, they led up to this. He was in a coma for the first couple episodes. Then when he woke up, there was another 3 or 4 episodes before he could even walk. And then when he could walk, he couldn't even kick. He couldn't do anything. And there was a huge time lapse, and they used Demetrius's arm being broken to kind of show like he's in a cast here. We see time is lapped. Plus we saw Robbie and Juvie, and then he got out later. So many months happened throughout this season, and we kind of see how he's developing. And even in the end, when Cobra Kai goes and attacks LaRusso's house, even then Miguel can barely defend himself. Like, he's barely able to defend himself, but just enough where he's not getting his like ass totally kicked, even though he kind of gets his ass totally kicked. But and then that leads into what eventually happens at the end of the season. And then we see Sam dealing with PTSD after what happened with Miguel and how Tori attacked her. And there's a lot going on in this season. I know a lot of fans are really excited about Daniel going back to Japan and kind of reliving that Karate Kid 2 thing, and I'm down for that, right? I like the fact that we got to see his love interest from Karate Kid 2. I'm glad we got to see Chosen, and Chosen was training him and everything. My biggest nitpick in that was that then, due to the riot, a lot of dealerships pulled out of his dealership. Like, a lot of the companies that sells cars to him pulled out of the dealership. So he went over to Japan to try to fix that. I do think it's a little coincidence that, the girl he saved, the little girl he saved and Karate Kid 2 is the girl that can help save his business. I was like, okay, what's the chances of 30 years ago, the little girl you saved is working for the exact company that pulled out that's going to cripple your dealership? That was a little plot convenience. That's fine. It's whatever. I can overlook it. It's a television show. I can overlook it. In real life, that shit would never even happen. Like the odds of that is like winning the lottery or getting abducted by aliens. But I can overlook that for just the purposes of the plot. It's fine. I did enjoy the fact that he went back to Japan and he got to see Chosen and learn new techniques and stuff like that. I did really, really enjoy that. Ali came back, and I didn't know how that was going to play out because we finally see Johnny kind of go further with Carmen, and I really liked the relationship between him and Carmen, and I was really hoping Ali would not have fucked that up. Oh my God, please do not do this triangle thing, please. But it didn't. She actually finds out about Carmen, and Johnny doesn't deny it. And he's like, yeah, I really like her. And he's like, I don't want to fuck it up. And then and not only that, Ali played a crucial part in finally bringing Johnny and Daniel together by saying, look, you guys are doing this pissing contest. It's like, you have your story, and there's the truth. It's like, it's a combination of both. And they finally settle their differences to where when Cobra Kai attacks LaRusso's house, it leads to Johnny going to Kreese, fighting Kreese, where you can tell in that fight, it was a stunt double doing Kreese's moves, and then they just do a close-up shot. Obviously, that actor can't do that sort of thing anymore, but I thought the fight was good. Then we see Daniel come in, save Johnny. Robbie, if you notice, I didn't mention Robbie because I fucking hate Robbie. Like I am tired of poor man dollar store version of Sean Hunter from Boy Meets World. I don't like Robbie. And then, we actually see Johnny knock out Robbie on accident, but it was funny. I'm like, yes. And Robbie was barely in this season. Like, he was on the run, then he was in juvie. We see a little bit of him, then he comes back. Like I feel like they don't know what they're doing with that character. I would be happy if something happens and they just kill the character off, or maybe his mom gets out of rehab and he just moves back with his mother. I don't like that character. I don't see a place for that character. But anyway, so LaRusso saves Johnny against Kreese, and then LaRusso fights Kreese, and there's this whole thing, and then they decide to settle it in a tournament, which I assume is going to be in season 4, and then we see at the final shot of the season where it's Johnny and Daniel bound to each other, bound to their students and bound to each other. The Cobra Kai form, Johnny's Cobra Kai, unites with Daniel's crew or Miyagi-Do, and they are now one to take on Kreese, which I thought was fantastic. When Hawk switched sides and did what he did, it was a great moment in the show. And I just want to kind of throw this out there because I know a lot of people are talking about this. A lot of people are like, what's better, Cobra Kai or Mandalorian? That is two completely different mediums. Like not two different mediums. They're both television shows. They're both on streaming service, but they're two different type of shows. That's like saying, what's better, Cobra Kai or Sopranos? What's better, Mandalorian or Breaking Bad? It's like two completely different things, right? We're not comparing superhero show to superhero show. But if you want my honest opinion, I think Mandalorian does a lot of great things. Cobra Kai does a lot of great things. They're both about the same amount of episodes. One's 8 episodes, one's 10 episodes. They're both about 30 to 40 minutes. So they're very similar. I will say this. I've watched 3 seasons of Cobra Kai. I have never seen a bad episode of Cobra Kai. Each episode is good or solid, and it always leaves you with a great season finale. Mandalorian is 2 seasons, 20 episodes so far. No, 16 episodes so far. And there's been a lot of great moments. Ahsoka, the final episode with Luke. A lot of great stuff. The thing is, there are more episodes in The Mandalorian that I just don't like. Like there was 3 episodes in season 1 that I just did not like. There was 2 to 3 episodes in season 2 that I just did not like. I can't say the same thing for Cobra Kai. So if you want to take that as a scale, as a meter there, then I would say Cobra Kai is better just because I never had a bad episode of Cobra Kai. Mandalorian is kind of like up again, down again. It's great. The overall story is great, and it has great moments in it. But if we're talking about like which one has more episodes that are better to worse, Cobra Kai, 3 seasons, 30 episodes so far, not one bad episode, where we have 16 episodes of Mandalorian, and I can count at least 6 episodes that I did not like off the top of my head. So that's sort of my thoughts on it. Cobra Kai Season 3, fantastic. Can't wait till we get to Season 4. Just nostalgia all over, great storytelling, great action, great script writing. Just enjoyed it. But I want to know what you guys think. Be sure to leave your comments in the comment box below. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Until next time, as always, I'm Robert Storms. And that's my opinion. Later, guys.